You were pretty specific about what you hoped would happen with Zimbabwe. A lot has happened in the world since then, particularly with respect to trade and investment. How has it affected Zimbabwe specifically when you focus on mining, the various things that you were talking about? When you talk about China, UK, France, Germany, how has it affected your plans?
So positively so far, because if you have noticed what I've just said previously, we have seen our gold production going up significantly this year. In the past 8 months of the year, it has gone up by more than 70%. We have produced almost 25 tons by end of August versus 11 tons that we did last year. And that all that gold is going to the international markets everywhere throughout the world, and therefore we are quite happy with what's happening so far in Zimbabwe with the rest of the world, because Zimbabwe is producing a product that is required throughout the whole world, and therefore we don't dominate the world, but we supply what is required in the world.
And when you were here last time, you said that Zimbabwe is open for business. There had been a regime change, and it was a different Zimbabwe. What about foreign investment? Are you seeing investment come in from China, from UK, from Europe?
We are seeing investors flowing from everywhere, from the USA, UK, Germany, China, throughout the globe. And what it requires now is to walk the talk that Zimbabwe is open for business. We need to walk that talk. What are we providing those investors? So we need to provide a package of incentives so that at least they will be able to come to Zimbabwe and invest.
So to put it in U.S. vernacular, they're sort of kicking the tires, but are they buying the car? Are they actually putting money in, whether it's euros or pounds or dollars?
We're in the infant stage. What you're seeing is negotiations coming in, people coming in to try to take those opportunities. Yes, some have come in, and we think it's a process. Investment is a process. Obviously, you start by the first foot forward.
What is the impact, though, of, say, yields here in the U.S. at 3% and the dollar that has really shaken out emerging markets? That has to be affecting capital allocation and foreign investment.
Yes, it does. But if you look at the investment opportunities in Africa, in Zimbabwe, for example, you are investing in primary commodities that are required by the investors for beneficiating in those countries. So obviously the investment climate in Zimbabwe remains positive. We're also using the US dollar, by the way, as our means of, as a currency, and therefore the impact which it has on the Zimbabwean economy is just to make our goods expensive, but we provide incentives to ensure that we do.
A lot of other central banks have had to raise rates quite a lot, particularly Argentina, in order to stem any kind of sell-up. How does this work in your world? How do you think of that?
Zimbabwe using the US dollar as a settlement currency, number one. Number two, it becomes more expensive to use the US dollar in Zimbabwe. So we need internal devaluation to ensure that the currency, it becomes not a hindrance, but competitive in Zimbabwe. So yes, what we need, the major challenge in Zimbabwe is to balance between the aggregate demand and the supply of foreign currency. And that balancing requires two things. One, to reduce the fiscal imbalances, and secondly, to increase the flow of foreign currency in the economy. That way, we rebalance the economy to ensure that we right-size it, to ensure that there is no excess demand that is eating little foreign currency.
There's been a fair amount of reporting about fundamental currency reform in Zimbabwe, even talk about a new Zimbabwean dollar that might be issued. Where are you on that? Is that coming, and if so, when?
The introduction of the Zimbabwe dollar will only happen after the fundamentals have been met. The economic fundamentals right now are weak for a local dollar. The fundamentals which are there are basically three. We need to ensure that we improve on confidence, business confidence and consumer confidence. Two, we need to ensure that we reduce the fiscal imbalances that are putting pressure on the financial service sector, on the rate of exchange. And thirdly, we need to have access to foreign finance. And when those things are done, then you can have your local dollar.
Okay, so go back to April when you were here. Now draw a line through now and draw it out. When will you have satisfied those three conditions?
We do believe that in the opening for business narrative, we think within the next 3 to 5 years, we'll be able to achieve what we want to achieve in the current reform basis.
What role do you think the cryptocurrency could have at the central bank?
I'm on record of saying that Zimbabwe is not new to cryptocurrencies. Basically, it's electronic dollar, electronic money. Our RTGSs that we have got in Zimbabwe are basically electronic money, which is akin or similar to cryptocurrencies. So we are already using those in terms of the nature, but otherwise, yes, cryptocurrencies, we are studying them as a central bank, the blockchain, the big data, and that is what we are basically doing through our fintech group.